Bike and a Beer, episode 3. Woo! We made it. Thank you so much for your support thus far. If you're new to the show, basically I take a sexy old motorcycle and a sexy beer and I put them together for a jolly good time of fun and learning. A lot of the times the bikes are for sale. Spoiler alert, this one is. So it's a really fun time. We do them every Saturday, so if you enjoy it, please like and subscribe. Subscribing is super helpful. But other than that, sit back, grab a beer, relax, and let's do this. Okay, so the bike for today is a 1958 Ariel Red Hunter 350. And the beer, ta-da, is a Samuel Smith Organic Cherry. Samuel Smith coming back for episode 3. The guy I bought it from said it was very tart, so we'll see about that. But really liking this beer. They're made in the UK, just like British motorcycles. And it's made with really old equipment, vintage stuff. So very vintage company. All right, let's see how it tastes. Here we go. Fruity. Oh, it's good. I know what you're thinking. He says all of them are good, but I'll let you know when they're not. Oh man, it's real nice. Very good. There is actually a British beer called Red Hunter, and man did I try to get it, but I just couldn't find it available anywhere. So the Red Hunter is a very important model for Ariel. And the genesis of the bike is basically attributed to two men, two very cool men, Val Page and Edward Turner. And they released this bike in 1932, which was a very strange time for Ariel. Val Page, who was previously the lead designer for Ariel, moved over to Triumph. Edward Turner became the lead designer, and they went bankrupt. And then Jack Sangster came in and saved the whole place with his fortune. But Val Page designed this motor. Edward Turner basically designed the bike. He styled it. And that really, both of those things together really contributed to the success of this bike, of this model, which they really needed at the time because they were in trouble. So once they made it through the 30s, they found themselves in World War II. But they produced a ton of military bikes for Britain on this platform. It was this motor, the 350, detuned, if you can imagine that. Imagine detuning a 19 horsepower bike. But they did, and they put it in a trials frame. And that was a really good bike for the war. After that, they really dominated the trials atmosphere. Guys like Sammy Miller, who are riding the 500cc version of this, really put the Ariel name out there, and they really had a really dominant presence in the trials world. They produced the Red Hunters through 59. They started out producing 3 displacements, actually, 250s, 350s, and 500s. The 350s and 500s were really the predominant displacements throughout the lifespan, but 59 was the last year. So let's talk about this bike specifically. 1958, 350cc single cylinder motor, overhead valve, 2 valves. They wanted to put 4 valves on these bikes, but they didn't have the money to produce it. It would be more complicated, just wasn't a good idea. So they stuck with 2 valves. Mag dyno here, so you don't have to run it with a battery. Amel monoblock carburetor with this beautiful Burgess air filter. It's not currently connected, but I can get you the boot if you need it. 4-speed Berman gearbox connected to the motor with a dry clutch. And all of that is cradled in a beautiful and well-working duplex frame with a swinging arm rear and telescopic front end. This is a good beer. 19-inch rims, front and rear, laced around 7-inch drums, and this bike has brand new Avon tires, which I just put on. It's got all fresh fluids, a new battery. The speedometer and odometer work. The ammeter works. The charging system is a little weary, but the headlight and taillight will run on the battery, no problem, until the battery is dead. The seat I already made fun of in a previous episode, so I'll spare you that. This bike would have had a little bit more slender ivory seat, but that can easily be remedied by the next owner. Original controls up here, only 5,446 miles on the clock. I put probably 15 of those miles on today on a beautiful carefree test ride, which was so fun. I'm going to show you some clips from that. This bike, there's nothing like riding a thumper single cylinder. The sound is unique, the feel is unique, the way it pulls is so cool. It's just so simple and so fun. This bike has this really tasteful pedestrian slicer up front as well. Nice trim piece of chrome here. No big dents on this bike. The tank is dent free. The rest of the bike, you know, a couple of paint imperfections, a little gouge here and there. There's one right here. But just a really healthy, original, complete motorcycle from '58. So this bike is for sale, as I mentioned. I'll put the link to the listing in the description. I'm going to put this bike up at no reserve. I know, I must be crazy, but pricing's kind of all over the place, so let the chips fall where they may. I just want someone great to get this bike to enjoy. It's a great display piece. You can ride it right now, out of the box. Fire it up and go. It's been starting first kick. I'll teach you how to do it. It's just a really fun, low-key bike that's incredibly lovely as well. But with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and polish off this beautiful Samuel Smith organic cherry, and we'll see you next week for the next episode of A Bike and a Beer. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, it means the world to me.